Lower plants are categorized into two main groups, that is Animalia and Plantae, on the basis of presence or absence of cell wall and chlorophyll. In animals, the definite cell wall is absent and chlorophyll also absent. Due to this absence of the chlorophyll in animals, they are unable to prepare their own food during the sunlight. Own food in the form of the starch, that is known as carbohydrates. They are simple, utilized in form. Such type of the food preparation is absent. Therefore, for the food purpose, they depend on another living organisms. Therefore, the mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. In plants, the definite cell wall is present and the plants bears the chlorophyll. This chlorophyll pigment consists the chloroplasts. They trap the solar energy and during the sunlight they photosynthesize. They photosynthesize the carbohydrates into the simple forms and they are utilizable forms. They are directly utilized by the plants. Therefore, the mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Auto means itself, trophic means level. Itself depends upon for the food purpose. Plants are categorized into two subkingdoms, that is the cryptogams and phanerogams. We will see somewhat about the phanerogams. Phanerogams are the higher plants, vascular plants and seed bearing plants. They have the flower main reproductive structure. Flower having essential holes androecium and gynoecium. Androecium gives rise to stamen. Stamens bears the microspores. Gynoecium consists the carpels. Carpels having the ovary having the egg cell. Pollen grains pollinated and deposited on the stigma of the carpel. It penetrates into the egg cell. Haploid microspore fuses with haploid egg cell. Diploid zygote is formed and this zygote redivides into the new embryo. Ovules are converted into the seed. Embryo develops into the fruit. Therefore, they are known as fruit bearing, seed bearing plants. The plant body shows the vegetative structure, that is the root, stem and leaves. And in these part bodies, the xylem and phloems are produced. Xylem consists, it absorbs the water from the root hairs and translocates to the growing regions. Phloem prepared food material stores and translocated into these growing regions. Therefore, they are plants known as higher plants. Here we are going to say about something that is lower plants, that is known as cryptogams. Cryptogams means the gametes are hidden in the thallus. The body is not divisible into this as like a higher plant, that is a root, stem, leaves. The vegetative structure in these groups, they are known as the thallus. This thallus is simple in nature. Plant body is thalloid and they are known as non-vascular plants. The cryptogams is further divided into thallophyta, bryophyta and pteridophyta. Here the thallophyta bears the algae and fungi. Algae are the non-vascular, simple structure, chlorophyll bearing thalloid plants. The term algae was coined by the Linnaeus. The branch of botany which deals with the study of algae is known as the algology. This algology is also known as the phycology. This algae consists the different characters than the other groups. Throughout the world, near about 1,800 genera and about 21,000 species are occurred. It shows the different habitat. Mostly of the algae are found in the aquatic, that is in water. Some species are terrestrial, they grow on the above the water, and some species they are the epiphytes, means they grow on plants. On the basis of the thallus, they are very much simple and unicellular measured of the species in a primitive algae. And some algae they are complex to multicellular forms. Means thallus is divisible into number of segments and forming a complex structure. They varies in a different size and shape. They show few microns to many meters. Few microns, they are the microscopic algae, and the plants which grows the many meters, they are the larger, look like angiospermic plants. The plants showing the motile structures which bears the flagella. The flagella may be equal or unequal in size. In cyanophyceae members, they are with prokaryotic cells, but all the 6 divisions, all the members are with eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotic cells nucleus is well organized and organelles are present in the cytoplasm, but in prokaryotic nature, mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, definite nucleus are absent. Synthetic pigments are mainly chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids and xanthophylls. On the basis of the pigments, chlorophyll A, they prepare their own food rail. Therefore, it is very much important. Reserve food material is mainly starch. But in different divisions, they differ. They differ in different divisions. In Xanthophyceae, Basidiophyceae and Dinophyceae, the reserve food material is in the form of the fats and oils. In Phaeophyceae, the reserve food material is in the form of laminarian and mannitol. In Rhodophyceae, the reserve food material is Floridian starch. In Myxophyceae, the reserve food material is in the form of the Myxophycean starch. The algae, they are mainly reproduces by means of the 3 categories. One is vegetatively, second one asexually, and third one sexually. Vegetative reproduction takes place by means of the main fragmentation. In this fragmentation, somatic structure is cut into the number of small fragments, and each and every fragment having totipotency and gives rise to new individual one, and new algal thallus is formed. They are also vegetatively grow by means of the fusions, formations of the akinets, tubers, harmogonia, there also takes place. Asexual reproduction takes place by means of the formations of the zoospores. Zoospores are similar to these sexual reproductive structures. The zoospores having the flagella. They also grow by means of the aplanospores, tetraspores, and carpospores. Sexual reproduction takes place by means of the formation of the gametes. They produce the male gametes and female gametes. The male gametes known as the antheridia, female gametes known as the oogonia. Fertilization takes place and new algae develop.